What's up, y'all? Pokey Lambo here, and today we're going over the top 10 cards of Scarlet and Violet. And this one could end up being a little controversial, but we're here for it. We're here for the smoke, and let's get right into it. So, in our 10th spot, we have Victini from Black Bolt and White Flare. And this card, I couldn't resist not putting it in the top 10 just because it's one of those cards that we've never seen before. We've never seen a monochromatic red card before. We have seen the black and the white in the past with Zakrom and with Reshiram and Victini. This is the first of its kind, and I think it deserves to squeak into our 10th spot, and it's holding up here at around $400. It's actually down 10%. So one of those cards that I think it could, you know, end up being a one of a kind card. So had to put it in. And at our ninth place, we actually have another card from Black Bolt, and that is the Zakrom. And this card I actually pulled from a God pack, and it was one of my chases. So I was super happy about that. And the texture on this card is insane. And the illustrator, he's new, and he's also one of those illustrators that I'm really looking forward to seeing what he creates moving forward. And hopefully he sticks around because I think he really draws in a way that I personally enjoy. And I think the lightning and the texturing and the foil on this card are insane. I love the lightning in it, and definitely couldn't resist putting this one in here. And it's only $200, so I think it's one that's definitely worth picking up if you're looking to invest in some of the top cards of Scarlet and Violet. Now, in our eighth place, we have Magikarp from Paldea Evolved. And I wasn't a huge fan of this card at first. Shinji Kanda obviously is one of those artists that people love, and this is only an illustrator, but because it's so hard to grade, it kind of created this whole craze around it. But I didn't realize at first that it does have a Gyarados here at the top, so that's actually pretty insane. And I really like that feature, and it low key kind of hinted towards what they're doing with the mega cards with the whole Evo line in some of the cards. So I think this card actually deserves to be in the top 10. It holds up the value, and also the art in it is pretty insane. And Shinji is such a popular artist that couldn't resist throwing it in here. And next up is Blastoise from 151. Had to put something from 151, and I think this Blastoise is way better than the Charizard from 151. And having it being drawn by Arita, couldn't resist. Had to throw the goats art in here, and 151 is going on a crazy tear right now. This card is almost 200, or if not already over $200. Well deserved. If you haven't picked it up, I definitely recommend. I was trying to pick this card up a couple weeks ago, but wasn't able to find a copy that I liked, or I just wasn't like super looking. So at this point, I might end up just picking it up in Korean, but one of those cards I think it's definitely worth picking up and investing into in the long term. And then next up is Greninja from Twilight Masquerade. This is the one that people kind of blame for kicking off this bull run. I think it was more because of pockets, but this card is pretty nutty. The texture and the foil on it is crazy, and the colors just make it that much more of a fun card to just stare at. Like I could just sit here and like take in every detail of it. And it's about $300, down 15%. So could be a good time to pick it up if you're looking to. It's actually one of those that I am kind of tempted to pick up, even though it does have the Terra crown on it. It doesn't look terrible like a lot of the other crowns. So great one, I think, to pick up. Next is Pikachu from Surging Sparks. I know this one's controversial. There's a lot of people that hate it, a lot of people that love it. But I think it's one of those cards that it very much kind of shows the spirit of Scarlet and Violet with the crowns and with the rainbow borders. I think it just looks that much more insane. And for $300 near mint, I think that's actually a pretty good time to pick it up. I don't know if this one will drop much just because it is Pikachu and it is the best Pikachu, in my opinion, of the SV era, and that's why it had to squeak into the top 5. And next up, we have Destined Rivals Team Rocket's Mewtwo. And this one is not my favorite Mewtwo. I'm a huge Mewtwo fan, but with it having Team Rocket and Giovanni in it, it had to make it into our 4th place spot. So great card. Is it worth 550 right now? I don't think so. But right now, Destined Rivals kind of holds that premium. It is the set of the era, especially when it comes to the booster boxes. And like I said, with it having Team Rocket in it, it is going to demand to be up in the top spot. Whether you like it or not, Mewtwo is on top. And next up, this one also could be controversial, but it's Charizard from Paldean Fates. And I had to give him 3rd place because it's Shiny Charizard. And Shiny Charizard is one of the best shinies of all time. And I don't care what anyone says. And with this card, it's insane because it does carry on the dark typing like back in the day with Delta Species and the Shiny Charizard being a dark type. I think that we just have to show our respects here and give Charizard 3rd place because it is just honestly one of the top cards for sure of the era, and sitting at 200 there, moderately played, uh, around like maybe 230 for a more near mint, I think is criminal and is a great time for you to pick it up, especially before Paldean Faith goes out of rotation. And a lot of those cards, I'm sure, are going to start running up like crazy, just like 151. And I think right now is just the best time to be picking up this Charizard. And in 2nd place, unfortunately, I had to put Mewtwo, or Mew, from Paldean Fates. And this card, the same thing, shiny, in the bubble. Mew's looking cute. This is just straight up what Mew is all about right here, giggling, hanging out with all the little Pokemon. But $600 is pretty crazy. This card is a part of Paldean Fates. It's going on a rotation, so not surprising that it's sitting up here almost $600 and probably past. Oh no. So wait, that's crazy. Market price 500. So closer to 500. I don't know what that is. So $500. I don't know if I'd be willing to pick this one up, like maybe one that's heavily played with or something. I don't know, but it's definitely one of those cards that I think will go down in history as one of the top SV cards. But I couldn't put it in 1st place. I know, controversial. This card has a song about it, but I definitely couldn't deny that number 1 is the Umbreon from Prismatic Evolutions. And a lot of people do not like this card, but I think it single-handedly carries Scarlet and Violet, and it's the reason why we're in such a crazy market right now with the rainbow borders on it too. This card just looks so insane. The best looking Pokemon with a crown, and I think this one demands the respect and the attention that it has gotten. And even with how rare and hard it is to pull, it has such an insane population, and it's been graded in a 10 so many times, and yet it still holds this $900 to $1,000 premium spot. And I think it's only up for this card. Sure, it could come down like, well, we're down 6%, but realistically, it's gonna continue to just build more and more craze. And I definitely feel like that this card is a generational one. It'll be one of the top cards for the next 4 to 5 years. And we got our top 10 cards plug in here to rate your Pokemon cards, and we can see here that it's got a 3.3, and this site is kind of used by more of the hardcore Pokemon card collecting fans. So you can see the controversy here with Umbreon and Pikachu, and I think that's really just because a lot of people weren't able to open as much prismatic as they were hoping to, and the negativity towards this Pikachu and like the crowns I think is reflected there. But I think in the long run that these are going to be the top 10 cards of Scarlet and Violet. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I left one out that you would have added to this list, or if you would have Shiny Mew over Umbreon. I want to see the fights in the comments over which one you think is better, and if I'm just a prismatic fanboy. And appreciate you guys checking out the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You guys have a great day. Peace.